Hi everyone, I'm Alison, and I am here with the Light of the Infinite Festival, and I'm actually streaming to you live, or if you're listening to the recording after, recorded from the mystical and sacred city of Tzfat. And not just from Tzfat, but from a very unique, one-of-a-kind location in Tzfat that I wanted to share with all of you. And it is, if you've ever heard of the Kabbalist, the Ari, Rabbi Isaac Leora. So the space that I'm in is it's a mikveh space that I call the womb space, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. And this mikveh space is connected to the sacred waters of the Ari, of Rabbi Isaac Leora, of his mikveh, believe it or not. And it's a private space that kind of found me about a year ago, right after COVID. So that was in the spring of 2022, which is a whole story to begin with, to start with. And what I found in the past year of having this space is that it's been able to bring healing and cleansing, strength and protection to the guests that are able to come and to use this mikveh. And one of the things, because I know that everyone's not in Tzfat, that I do some virtual connections from this space, because there is a lot of power, we know, in spaces. There's a lot of power in giving ourselves space. And specifically the idea, what the Kabbalists teach about the waters, the sacred waters, the mayim of the mikveh, is that they are connected to the supernal womb, the womb of our soul. And what's interesting is that the Hebrew word for womb, racham, has the numerological value of 248, which is the same numerological value as Abraham. And 248, we know also, is the number of bone segments in the body. So it's a very interesting connection to be able to have the power of the physical body and the power of the womb, that we all grew in a womb, all of us. We were all birthed from our mother and from a womb. And also our soul was birthed from a supernal womb. So when we use the mikveh as a spiritual tool, a tool for healing, it gives us the ability to go back to the womb, back to the supernal womb. Before any negativity existed, before any separation existed, everything was one soul. Everything was united. Everything was light. And even now, if you can imagine that there is a baby that's growing in a womb, that it's actually possible for the parents of that growing child to be able to connect and plug in to the essence of that baby's soul that's in the womb. And what the Kabbalists explain is that every moment that a baby is growing in the womb, every moment that you grew in the womb, in your mother's womb, you were downloading all of the secrets of the universe. You knew everything. You knew everything about the world. Everything made sense. And every piece of your life that was going to fall into place when you came into the world was shared with you, taught to you, as you were in that time and space beyond realm of your mother's womb. That when you were a soul, And every baby that's growing as a soul in their mother's womb has the ability to be able to tap into that power of answers. And on a soul connection, when the parents are expecting, they also can tap in to the soul of their child that's being born into this world, to be able to connect, to understand more why they came to the world, why they're coming, why they chose them as their parents, and to have a whole download of spiritual knowledge while the baby is in the womb. Because in that place, in the womb, when you were in the womb, you had the light of the infinite. You had the unlimited access to all the secrets, all the knowledge, all the light that is possibly able to connect to. So I wanted to share with you from this space a meditation that will give you the ability to be able to plug in to your time when you were in the supernal womb. And we'll see wherever that takes you. It's very open. And we are going to really try to tap in to that powerful, powerful energy and create, if we're listening to this in a quantum level together right now, or as the recording, everyone listening to it, a space, a virtual space that has that power to be able to connect to the supernatural, beyond the world of the physical, beyond the natural world, to be able to plug in to the world of the supernatural. And any answers that you've been looking for, anything that you've been questioning about your life, about the world, about how you fit into it, this is a time, an opportunity that you can ask for those answers to come to you. So we're going to get started, and I just want to show you, as you can see behind me, there's an opening. I'll try to point it out there. Can you see that? So this is actually the mountain, and the water's coming from the earth. It's coming into, you see this mikveh below it. And I want you to focus on these waters, because these waters, the Kabbalists teach, these waters of the Erez mikveh are the supernal waters. And this mikveh here is like a pool of light. And I just thought that would be so special and so unique to be able to share this with the world, beyond time, space, and motion, right here, whether you're in Israel, whether you're in Tzfat, or wherever you are in the world, that you can plug in and connect to this energy. So let's get started. You can just take a moment and you can gaze at this opening. I'll try to take you a little bit closer. Okay, there you go. And I want you to just take a moment and think of the places in your life that you're looking for answers, where you've been reflecting, searching, desiring more and more of that soul energy to come into your life. And then whenever you're ready, you can close your eyes and place your hands on your heart. I want you to imagine that you're able to transport yourself here. To Israel. Take a breath in, breathe in, and breathe out. And as you're transporting yourself from wherever you are in the world, quantumly to Tzfat, I want you to imagine that you are on a channel of light that's flowing from wherever you are to Tzfat, to the sacred city where hundreds of years ago Kabbalah, in its truest form of connecting to pure light and bringing that light into our lives, was taught and was practiced. So imagine that you're on this channel of light, transporting yourself to Tzfat, to the area of the ancient synagogue of the Erez, and just around the corner to this space, the womb space. And once you reach this place, you imagine that you're holding a key, and this is a key of light. And this beautiful key unlocks a door. You open this door and you see in front of you this pool of light, sacred waters, and you hear these waters. They're communicating with you. You listen to them. You pay attention to what they want from you. So you can ask the waters, name, what are you telling me? And you feel called to these waters, and you ask the waters permission to immerse in them. And you almost feel like there's a pull pulling you towards these sacred supernal waters that are coming deep from the earth. These waters are ancient. They've known and seen and heard and experienced everything that has ever existed in our universe. From the first raindrop to this day, when you're virtually connecting with them. And just take that in for a few moments. Take in their their powers of mercy, cleansing, healing, and tell them what it is that you need. You can command the waters, the Kuma Sham, speak to the waters, and request from them what type of healing it is that you're seeking. And then you feel drawn to immerse and walk into the waters. Cleansed. You imagine you're walking, visualizing that you're walking into a pool of light. And you immerse yourself, and as you do, you feel and see and hear and know the lifetimes of your tikkun, of your correction, are being healed, all from this space. You align yourself with the water, all the cells of your body, restructuring, going back to the time when everything was perfect. Right now, in this moment, you connect to that energy once again. You feel a huge relief, huge smile comes across you. And you trust and know that you are supported all the time by the light, by the Creator, by Hashem. All the time. And you allow yourself to spend a few moments here immersing yourself fully, and as you're under the water, in your imagination, you can see yourself going back to the supernal womb. And you can ask the water for a message. You can ask Rabbi Isaac Luria to show you what is it that you need to change. Where is it that you need to grow? Listen for a few moments to your heart, to the Ari. And then thank the Ari and thank the waters for taking you on this journey. And you can start to walk up the stairs and back to the space outside where you came from, this door of light. And however you want to imagine, like instantly that you just dry off, that you're shining with light. You have so much light to share. And you feel light in your heart, light through your body. And you hop on to this channel of light as you say goodbye to these waters. And you take this channel of light back to your own space. And as you do, these waters of the Erez are defying gravity, and they're going up onto this channel of light and following you. You feel them surrounding you, even when you're not in the water, as a protection field, as a source of healing. And then whenever you're ready, feel yourself back in your space. Breathing in all of this light. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to your space. Get acclimated, look around a little bit, welcome back, roll your shoulders, move your neck from side to side. So amazing experience. I'm so happy to be able to share that with you, so thank you. If you're ever in Tzfat, be sure to get in touch. I also want to share with you about a powerful healing story that happened to me using the mikveh. So I think it's no coincidence that this mikveh found me a year ago now. So to make a long story short, when I was younger, my cycle never came. I never got my monthly period. And by the time I was 14, 15, my mom was concerned. She took me to doctors all over the United States, who told me that I had something called polycystic ovaries, and they showed me ultrasound like thousands of little cysts on my ovaries, and their prognosis was that it would be very challenging for me to have children, if at all, and not naturally. And it was pretty shocking, to hear as a teenager. I didn't know really how to process that information. And when I was about 19 or 20, actually 20, I just graduated from college, and my mom told me to speak to my spiritual teacher about this healing that I needed, this health issue, health challenge. And so I spoke to her. Her name's Karen Berg, and she told me that I should, she asked me, well, do you want to have kids now? And I was so young, so I told her, I don't even have a boyfriend. So she said, okay, so visualize white light through your body, close your eyes, see white light through your body with no blockages, only light, and go into the mikveh. And I had never heard of the mikveh as a tool for healing. I had heard of it as a tool, like as something that women went in monthly, or that brides went into. But, I had never heard of that it was a tool for healing. And when I didn't even know where to find a mikveh. I didn't know mikveh as a verb. I only knew it as a noun. And the next day, because I had just graduated from college, my mom took me on a spiritual energy tour with the Kabbalah Center. And I found myself in Israel visiting every day a different mayan, a different spring, and being able to immerse myself in these waters, in these natural spring waters. The first one was in Jerusalem. It's called Shaloach. It's the waters that King David immersed himself in. It's in the city of David now. And throughout, we head north, and every day there was a different mikveh, a different mayan that we went to. And the last day, the trip was 10 days. The last day, we went to a mikveh. This was like in the year 2000. So it was totally different, Israel, at that time. But it was on the road to Meron, in the north of Israel. It's called Shmaya Aftalion, and it was freezing, like ice cold water. And last day of the trip, I immersed myself in the mikveh. I saw white light through my body, and I woke up the next morning and I had my cycle for the first time ever naturally. And it stayed, like since that time when I was 20, it stayed. And I was able to conceive, and I have 4 kids naturally. It was a complete miracle. Doctors looked again at my new ultrasound 6 years later, and 12 years later when I was 26, and they totally didn't see any cysts on my ovaries. Not anything like polycystic ovaries. Told me that they wouldn't diagnose me with that. So the body really healed, and really the only thing that I did was visualize white light through my body and go into the mikveh for healing. And I just want to share that story with you because I feel that this is an amazing tool that the world can use for healing. There's many secrets about it. It's connected to immortality and connected to all sorts of different Kabbalistic secrets of water and the power of water and the power of the mikveh and the size of the mikveh and how, all those connections. But most importantly, what I found was it just works. I didn't really do any special deep meditation, literally just going into the mikveh and being able to surround myself with water and go back to the supernal womb and see white light through my body was so powerfully healing for me, life-changing. So now, not just do I have a physical mikveh, but I get to share this energy with the world. And I'm really, really honored to be able to be part of this festival and all these wonderful teachers and leaders and guides and healers that we're all in the same boat in this world, that we really beg to bring the light of the infinite into our world. And hope that you can join me for more of these experiences, and I'd love to hear from you. So I hope that if you're in Tzfat, you can reach out to me and to get in touch with the womb space. And again, my name is Alison Serour, and a big thank you to all of the organizers for putting this together. And we just know that through our collective consciousness, our collective unity, as Erez is teaching in all of his books, we will be able to bring the light of the infinite to our world. There's going to be more advancements in medical and medicine, and beyond what we can imagine. Things are just going to speed up to be able to bring this light to the world. So be strong, and lots of blessings and prayers. Bye-bye from Tzfat.